Now, from the station proudly serving the Northwest Arkansas community and your home for Super Bowl 52 and the Olympic Winter Games, this is KNWA News at 5.
Submit this to everyone. My family's here and you guys there. Whatever life brings to you, lean on the Lord rather than your own understanding. I don't understand, but I know my God does.
A pastor at the church where 26 people were killed is speaking out for the first time following the mass shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas. But first, Fayetteville police are searching for another armed robber. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Nate Custer.
And I'm Marissa Kargis. Police say a man entered a gas station at the corner of Lafayette and College Avenue with a pistol, demanding money. The robber got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. If you have any information on this case, call police.
As we mentioned earlier just a moment ago, police are investigating a mass shooting at a Texas church.
The man now on your screen, Devin Patrick Kelly, has been identified as the gunman. Investigators say they recovered 3 weapons, a Ruger AR-556 rifle at the church, and 2 handguns from a car he was driving. 26 people died in the shooting. Their ages range from 18 months to 77 years. 20 people were injured, 10 critically. Police say the motive appears to stem from a domestic situation.
It's a senseless crime, but we can tell you that there was a domestic situation going on within this family. The suspect's mother-in-law attended this church. We know that he had made threatening texts from him.
The church's pastor and wife's 14-year-old daughter Annabelle was among those killed by the gunman.
Our building is probably beyond repair, and the few of us that are left behind lost tragically yesterday. As senseless as this tragedy was, our sweet Belle would not have been able to deal with losing so much family.
The gunman was found dead from a gunshot wound inside his vehicle after being chased from the scene by a local resident. Local lawmakers have pushed for legislation to help prevent incidents like the mass shooting in Texas from happening here. State Representative Charlie Collins introduced a bill which passed earlier this year that allows faculty and staff to bring concealed handguns on university and college campuses. Collins weighed in on parishioners coming to church armed.
So the idea of Act 562 is to allow places like churches to have enhanced concealed carry holders who the church allows.
The Arkansas Church Protection Act was signed in 2013, allowing concealed carry permit holders to take their weapons into churches.
You can follow our continuing coverage as new details are released on our website at nwahomepage.com.
Tonight, House Republicans are moving forward with a plan to rewrite America's tax code. As KNWA's Mark Meredith explains, reform could mean big changes for the nation's job market.
House Republicans are convinced tax cuts create a stronger economy.
Under this bill, we deliver the lowest tax rates in modern history for American businesses.
Texas Congressman Kevin Brady chairs the House Ways and Means Committee. This week, his committee will debate the potential impact of tax cuts. But experts at the self-described nonpartisan group, the Tax Foundation, say they already know what cuts mean.
We'd see almost 1 million new jobs created if this tax cut goes into effect.
Nicole Kading is an economist for the foundation. She says tax cuts would lead to new jobs in all 50 states, and that 5 states, California, Florida, Illinois, New York, and Texas, would see more than 40,000 new jobs pop up.
It lowers the cost of capital, meaning they have more money to invest. They can build more factories. They can buy more equipment.
But the foundation does not say which industries would end up hiring more workers, and Democrats who are opposed to the GOP tax plan say this will only benefit the wealthiest Americans and not groups like small business owners.
This tax bill will produce, according to Goldman economists, no good growth in the American economy over the next 5 years.
Republicans say tax cuts will inspire companies to invest more in the U.S. workforce, but it remains unclear how soon, if any, new jobs would arrive. In Washington, Mark Meredith, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
In more local news now, right now, Rogers is holding a session on the upcoming special election to annex more than 3,100 acres in Benton County.
The city wants to answer any questions property owners or Rogers residents may have before early voting gets underway tomorrow. KNWA's Haley Huey live at the meeting with more on what exactly people are asking the city.
Nate, Marissa, many property owners I've spoken with say they still want to know exactly why Rogers wants this piece of land, and they hope to get their questions answered tonight. This all started back in September when Rogers approved this special election. 39 property owners voluntarily annexed into Bentonville. This led to Rogers filing a lawsuit against Bentonville to stop their annexation. Rogers argues Bentonville's voluntary annexation violates Arkansas law. Before early voting begins tomorrow in Rogers, the city is using tonight's meeting as a way to try to clear things up. So far, the city has addressed some of their concerns, like the services that they will provide to the area in Benton County. Now, if you want to come out and ask the city any questions, you can come to First Church of the Nazarene until about 6:30 when this will wrap up. The special election is set for November 14th. Live in Rogers, Haley Huey, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
All right, thank you very much, Haley. In Washington County tonight, authorities are investigating a submerged vehicle found in Lake Weddington. The sheriff's office says the call came in early this morning. No one was found in that vehicle. Deputies say it belongs to a company and had been missing for a week. The company thought it was still at a job site.
A group of local educators is improving our public education system here in Northwest Arkansas based on lessons learned across the globe. KNWA's Denny Camper in Springdale to show us the impact it'll have on your child's education.
And we know more, we do more. We know better, we do better. And so that is what New Zealand allowed us to do.
36 educators from 5 school districts trekked from Northwest Arkansas to Auckland, New Zealand. Their goal, to discover more innovative ways to teach.
Really looking at student voice and student choice, and then how does that then translate to student agency.
Lee Johnson is a 4th grade teacher at John Tyson Elementary School in Springdale. She was amazed by how much influence students in New Zealand have on their own education.
Not only did the teachers trust the students to do what they were supposed to do, there was a lot of personalization in the learning, and the kids got to choose what they were interested in and how they wanted to make an impact.
Now that these educators are back in the States, they're working on ways to bring what they learned overseas back to their schools here in Northwest Arkansas.
They want to teach those soft skills of being able to be an independent worker or working with a team, and even like time management, things like that they explicitly teach.
New Zealand also offered lessons about teaching kids that go beyond the classroom.
You have a tendency to want to protect them or to want to keep them, catch them before they fall. And maybe their point is falling is not always a bad thing, because that's how you learn to get up and to keep going.
That was Denny Camper reporting. Elementary school students were hands-on today.
We want to take those skills down to every kid in PE and show them something new.
Find out about the program sweeping the nation coming up.
Plus, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, almost. Find out what Toys R Us has in store for you heading into the holiday season. Dan.
Feels a little more like the holidays outside. A little cloudy, gloomy, temperatures hovering in the low to mid 50s with a little bit of drizzle. How long will this last? We'll show you that forecast coming up next.
Live from the Dixon in HD and your home for Super Bowl 52 and the Olympic Winter Games. Nate Custer, Marissa Kargas, and Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. This is KNWA News at 5.
Facebook's marketplace can be a hot spot whether you're buying or selling items.
With more than 1 billion active monthly users, items stand to get more eyes on them than at your typical garage sale. According to some sellers, you can make a bigger profit, but in order to make that fast cash, you'll likely have to meet up with someone you may not know to make an exchange.
Even though Facebook has its own profiles and you're able to identify people a lot more specifically than Craigslist, you still never know what you're going to get.
Tonight, in a special report you'll only see on KNWA, we show you how local police and businesses are stepping up to make sure people looking to buy and sell in the virtual marketplace have options to stay safe. Kids are chasing their dreams to the Olympic rings. We take you inside a Springdale School's gym where the training goes down.
Plus, holiday savings on the World Wide Web. We show you Amazon's deals.
Your Consumer Minute tonight, Toys R Us is opening its doors for 30 hours straight from Thanksgiving Day into Black Friday for the 3rd year in a row. Opening on Thanksgiving Day has been a tradition for Toys R Us since 2009. However, Thanksgiving Day openings have seen a backlash. Some shopping centers and chains keep their doors shut to raise employee morale and focus more on Black Friday. If you started looking for your Christmas gifts already, then maybe you've noticed some price cuts on Amazon. Prices are being cut by as much as 9% on items sold by third-party sellers. The Wall Street Journal reports previously Amazon controlled prices only on merchandise it sold directly to consumers, but now it's discounting items sold by others and covering the cost difference itself to ensure prices remain competitive.
If you use Venmo, you can now lend a helping hand by simply choosing this emoji you see right here of a helping hand. Get it? It's like a little hand and a turkey. Aldi is teaming up with the popular peer-to-peer payment app to help families in need this holiday season. The campaign allows you to give meals to families by including the turkey hand emoji in your Venmo payment notes. The campaign lasts all month.
I just want to point out how much I appreciate your description right there, because it was dead on.
Thank you. I felt like I needed to just really explain it, visualize, you know, have someone have an aha
It's such cool.
moment.
You can put an emoji and you can donate money now. It's a very cool thing with technology,
Very cool.
though. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight for KNWA News at 5. We will be right back here at 6.
ABC Nightly News with Lester Holt is next.